Hey there, welcome to Oracle Star Tarot. I'm going to pull some cards and let's see what message is up for you right now at this very moment. We have Garuda Superana. Garuda Superana. I wonder what that's about. I believe that's an eagle or a hawk. It's the number 42. Looks very Native American. And I'm going to open the book to read what it has to say. And then we'll look at the cards for confirmation. All right, so number 42. It says, cultivate confidence in yourself. You have the inner spiritual power to deal wisely and effectively with any situation. Don't allow anyone to take advantage of your kind nature. Reflect upon what action feels best for you to take, and then follow through with decisiveness. Do not allow negativity to get a grip in your life. Positive energy and outcomes are indicated. So it's an eagle-like creature. All right, I'm going to go back to this, but I want to start with that. So not letting anyone take advantage of your kind nature, following through with decisiveness. Okay, I'm going to mark that here. Just a moment. Excuse me. All right, we're starting with 8 of Cups. So what this is telling me is that you're walking away from person, place, situation where you outpoured kindness, you opened up your heart, and that was taken advantage of. Walking into the unknown, but just know you're not alone. I think of that, it's like a prayer. It's called Footsteps. And whether you're religious, spiritual, or not, it talks about how there were footprints in the sand, meaning that there is somebody walking beside you, even though you might not see that person. The Emperor, that is a stoic energy. If you ever look up Stoicism, I do enjoy watching videos on Stoicism. It's not about being cold. It is about tempering emotions and deciding who you are going to share those with, who you're going to share stories with, your true feelings, your authenticity. I believe it's important to be authentic at any given time. However, when we can outpour our emotions and our kindness to people who are not in a space to use that in a responsible way, that can cause problems, because it can give people the message that they can utilize that however they want. And then the Chariot, that is a card of movement. It's a card of transition. And it's also a card of support. Just like the footprints in the sand, you are being guided with the help of someone pulling the cart. Animals, spirit guides, friends, family. They're going to help you transition to this new space. You're exploring, you're looking upwards to the stars for guidance, to your guides, exploring the possibilities, looking past your experience. I think about like when you're on the earth looking up at the stars, it's like you're looking outwards towards something bigger and brighter than the experience here, and knowing that there are infinite possibilities, just like there's infinite stars in the sky. Being in your queen energy. There's no gender in the tarot, but there's energies. So that feminine energy of having confidence, trusting yourself, knowing who you are, and letting that guide you. The queen has a big heart, but the queen is discerning of who she shares all the parts of her heart with. The Ten of Swords is a feeling of being weighed down by grief, by endings, by hurt, by pain. Feeling stuck. So if you are feeling that way, what's further guidance? We're going to clarify the Eight of Cups first. Justice. So just, okay. Whoa. All right. So just walking away and seeking your new path, a new experience, that in itself is serving justice for yourself. Just the act of walking away is a restoration of justice. Remembering that you were free. And it doesn't mean that you aren't going to grieve or feel like you've lost something. But if you're seeking something new, that space will be filled. Then the Emperor leads into the world. This makes me think of the song A Whole New World. It's like your entire world changing. Your entire world shifting. Walking away, looking up at the stars, finding a whole new star to reside on. You can literally change the dimension that you're in by changing your perspective and what you focus on and your choices throughout the day, how you see yourself, how you see other people. How you see the world around you. That can change everything. Then you start to practice that awareness towards that thing. How you experience the world now as of how you experienced it 10 years ago, 20 years ago, depending on how old you are, 30 years ago. It's totally different, right? Because you changed. You shifted. And thus your environment changed around you. People's reactions change around you. I think about when I go to the store, if I walk in and I feel like in a protective, closed-off energy, not a lot of people interact with me, but if I feel open and I'm smiling and my posture showing it, a lot of people interact with me. So choosing what feels right in any given situation, what energy you want to bring into that is going to choose your entire experience. And you can do that as of today, as of right now. It doesn't have to be, 10 years from now, everything's going to change. You can do that right now, even with people who know you really well. You can walk into a room full of people who've known you for years and choose your energy and how you're going to interact with that based on what you need and what your soul needs. So the Chariot is going to move you out of this Five of Cups disappointment energy once you decide to turn and face what else is available for you. It might feel dark. If you see the sky, it looks very dark right now. However, you can turn towards the light, go towards the light, and ask for help and support if you need that. Utilize your resources, your tools. There are more people willing to help and who want to help than you may realize, and in turn, that helps them as well. There we go. You're in the boat and somebody's paddling. If you're too tired, drained, weary, there's somebody available to help you. If there's no human beings you can think of at the moment who you would want to be in your boat and ask you for help, you can ask spirit, you can ask source, you can turn to your animals for comfort, you can turn to, I like to watch videos on YouTube. There's certain people I like to watch and they are helping me row the boat. So you can pick whatever feels right to you and is available for you at any given time. So it's like that seeking, like, what resource do I want to pull from? And the possibilities are infinite. For the Queen of Pentacles, we have the Fool. So they're two opposing energies, and two opposing energies can exist at the same time. The Queen is seasoned. She has tons of resources, tons of support, tons of protection. And then the Fool is free and open. It's almost like there's nothing to protect. It's like when your load is light and if somebody steals your backpack, there's not much in there anyway. You're fine, right? You're still supported by the earth, the universe, the sun, love, your freedom. You're free. So it's having a balance of both of those energies. You're free, yet you do have resources. You don't have to be just one or another. Take what you need, leave the rest. So this 10 of Swords energy, what is weighing you down? What is the grief, the hurt, the pain, the darkness? It's experiences that you've had that can be transmuted and utilized if you let go. Hang upside down, like she's hanging upside down from a tree. She's not stressed out. She's just letting go and seeing it from a whole new perspective. Looking at things on the flip side, upside down. For example, a breakup. I believe it leads most people into that energy, so I'm going to use that as an example. But seeing that as a new opportunity. Thinking about all the times where you felt a certain way and how now you are free to choose your own experience and how you feel without the influence of another person. If somebody was constantly making comments, for example, about your personality or your appearance or your choices, or they're calling the shots in a relationship per se, but you're feeling the grief of missing the laughter, missing the dopamine hits that you get when you get a text message from them, missing the certain aspects of their heart and their personality, and like grieving that, wanting that so bad, seeing that from a different perspective. Remembering that anytime a space in your heart is emptied, it's filled back up again. And looking at the positives of being free and single, if that's your situation. Or if you're losing a job, remembering that a new job is awaiting you. And you're going to have a whole new experience with work. You meet a new person, you're going to have a whole new experience with that person. And you're going to be able to draw from both what felt good to you and what didn't feel good to you. Taking time to have the opportunity to heal, seeing what the value of this was. So 6 of Cups is this energy of nostalgia. It's your childhood. It's support from a motherly figure, a fatherly figure. It's family, gifts. It's allowing yourself to receive support, allowing yourself to receive guidance, allowing yourself to receive gifts. I'm going to pull from the Star Tarot. All right, 7 of Pentacles. That's being in the environment of everything that you've created for yourself, all your experiences, your home, your community, your family. Looking outward because knowing there's something else too. It's okay to be in a space where you're grieving, where you're hurting, where you're in pain, but know that there's a way out. The swords here represents a ladder, and there's a window up here, and you can utilize that grief and that pain, see it from a different experience, a different perspective, in order to lift up when you're ready and use it to pull you out of what makes you feel trapped. However, allowing yourself to rest and to heal until you're really ready. You don't want to force your way out, because if you're still in this energy, when you put yourself out there in whatever situation it is, you might still carry this energy. So it's important also to like process and allow yourself to heal if you want to have a new experience with everything. Okay, this is another page. It's a fresh start. It's something, it's an exciting idea. I'm going to use this for an example. I was feeling really low and I decided to start this tarot YouTube video channel. I decided to start this channel back up, and all of a sudden I got excited again. But I wasn't ready. I couldn't start a channel when I was feeling this way. I mean, I could have, but the energy would have been different. I've been allowing myself to rest and heal a lot because I've experienced a lot of grief. But when I was ready, I pulled myself up, and I said, you know what? I'm going to start this. I'm feeling ready. And that's going to pull me further out of my grief, my pain, my heartbreak. 6 of Pentacles, this is this reciprocity. It's moving into an experience where you feel a more reciprocal energy. And then 7 of Wands is honoring your heart, honoring every element of yourself. The Fool, letting go. Once again, the Fool came out twice, starting fresh, starting over. Working through all the feelings about the thing that you're thinking of. Really, really working through that, really, really processing it. Sitting down and saying, who am I? Who do I want to be? What do I want to be involved in? The Hermit is reflection. It's taking time alone to reflect and to heal. And then the hanged man, the hanged one, again. Sometimes we need time alone to see things differently. We can't always see it differently when we're in it. That was upside down, which is interesting. Six of Pentacles twice, the Fool twice, and the Hanged one twice. Everybody has a different type of personality and energy. Some of us need a longer time alone to process, and some of us don't like to have a lot of alone time to process. So honoring that, but knowing when you're ready. You've got this 6 energy, which is sharing, which is being with others, allowing that support. All right, so 8 of Swords is being on the journey and feeling a little bit lost in the labyrinth. Maybe not being able to see the way because of what you're processing. But in allowing yourself to go inward, to self-reflect, to talk to your higher self or your guides, and allowing yourself to receive support, letting go and processing the difficult feelings, emotions, memories is going to lead you into the 2 of Cups, which is connection. It's connecting with another human being. It's being on an even keel. It's nice to receive support from people who have maybe experienced more than you, like maybe people who are older than you. It's good to let a lot of the weight down, process the trauma, but it's also nice to connect with somebody on an even level where you're both sharing equally. A balanced and fair kind of love and connection, whether that's romantic, friendship, work, community. Ace of Cups. This is being shown to you. Love. Ace of Cups is your higher self, your guides, God, whoever you resonate with, showing you this opportunity for love. So you're receiving some kind of opportunity that has to do with love, heart space, emotion, intuition. The moon is integrating your light and shadow aspects of yourself. So that's another important thing, is to remember that we don't want to deny those shadow aspects of ourselves, but we don't want to fully operate within that. If you're on the path and you're only operating by the light of the moon the entire time, you're going to miss the sun. If you're only operating in the light of the sun, happiness, 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 everything has to be positive, there's going to be no contrast. And the positive and the good things could become mundane. You could stop appreciating them. 6 of Wands is victory. It's that feeling of, oh my gosh, I made it. I never thought I would get there, but I did it. And because I did, because you did, you've got 2 aces, Ace of Cups and Ace of Pentacles. So you've got a new experience with love and emotions and a new experiences with finance and financial abundance. And then you have the Lovers. This is integration of the masculine, the feminine, the light and the dark. It's full on. These are two people meeting, or two elements meeting, and this is the integration. It's feeling integrated, it's feeling whole, it's feeling connected, and that's within your own self. That's with all the parts of yourself. That's having self-love for your light and shadow. It's having love. Actually, I'm going to put that down for a moment. It's having love with other people, another person. It could be a romantic kind of love, a soul connection, friendship. It's integration of all the parts of yourself. And know that life is a constant cycle. It's not like, okay, linear, where you go through all the hard things and then you get to the prize and there you are. You're in the prize and it's perfect, right? You're going to go back to a cycle, back to a cycle. But if you want the cycle, if you want the picture to look different and to get out of this groundhog state energy, you can continue to go through the cycle, but your experience is elevated. You can end a connection or a situation, right? And then get to something so much better. And then there'll be a challenge with that, but you're elevated. Your situation is elevated. So then you go through that cycle again, and then you get to a better place. If you're willing to do the work, willing to look at all the things along the way. So that way, when you go back on the cycle to more of a period of darkness, the darkness that you're in is lighter than the darkness that you were in before. That's what I get for your reading so far, and I'm going to look back at this original card that we started with to see if there's any further guidance with that. Okay, yeah. Eagle seeks a higher sanctuary where negatives can be dealt with before they cause further problems. Which I believe is like the energy of this card, seeking a higher sanctuary. And talking about that elevation. Okay. Another Sanskrit word accorded to Garda is Vishari, which essentially means conqueror of poisons. Garda Suparna augurs a time when you will need to rise above the pettiness of ego and ensure you nip negativities in the bud, lest they become powerful enough to cause havoc in your heart. You don't need to become ensnared within the drama of ego. Garuda fights on the side of the light and is a bringer of powerful protection and hope, and is a symbol of rebirth. He is a capable warrior. His dark side can be seen in that he is merciless. In Buddhism, he is known as the dignity of wisdom. Sometimes our compassion can outweigh our wisdom. Our empathy allows troublesome behaviors or circumstances to fester and develop into far greater problems later on. If we had listened to our wisdom, we would have cut them off at the root. But while it can be harder to do so later, it is not impossible, and it is Garuda who teaches us to be unyielding when that is what wisdom calls for. Okay, so an aspect of its medicine for Garuda is to seek. I lost it. There must be a reason for that. It is to seek those, here we are, those who resonate at a similar spiritual frequency and are committed to a higher path. Such kindred spirits will not necessarily have the same belief systems. They may seem quite different to you in many ways. Yet if someone has a commitment to honoring the hearts of all beings, they're likely to be good company for your soul. Garuda Eagle Medicine empowers us to discern the real quality of our relationships. The company you keep can have a profound effect. You have the spiritual right and responsibility to choose which company you keep. You don't need to judge, for everyone is taking their own journey and working to heal their karma. But you do need to discern. Garuda has the mystical power to grow or shrink depending on what is needed to accomplish his heroic tasks. By becoming large enough to block the sun and cause thunderstorms just by flapping his wings, to becoming small enough to hide in a crevice to craftily avoid capture, Garuda teaches us when to step up and shine bright and bold and when to fly under the proverbial radar. Wow, that's really powerful. It's that art of discernment. We don't always have to go out and show up, but we don't always have to hide. The Oracle of Garuda Supurna is a talisman of divine protection and soul smart strategy. Garuda is a wild spirit, free and instinctive. His is the wisdom and empowerment needed to rise above negativity, not from avoidance, but from a place of wisdom and clarity. This oracle guides you to rely on your instincts and be true to your heart. In doing so, you may not always look like a perfect person from the outside, but you are proceeding in resonance with your own heart wisdom. Wow. I love this. I'm going to end with one more card from this deck. I can't think of the name. I think it's the Gratitude deck. You embody growth and transformation. Well, there you have it. It's having an open heart. It's allowing yourself to soar above. And it's allowing yourself to transform. Everything you've experienced has led you to where you are now. Take a moment to reflect on how you've grown and changed. What are some tangible markers of your growth and transformation? Reflect and send appreciation to honor the power of your growth. Wow. I love this for you. Thank you so much. And sending you the best for the rest of your day. Bye.